5 or 6 years ago, we noticed that a lot of the national and regional theatres drifted more and more away from their audiences. So they got a lot of funding, they did fantastic work, but quite often it wasn't really in touch with the reality of the people that they wanted to attract. And in some countries they could afford to be quite lazy because they got really good funding as well. And we noticed that that's not something that we could afford to do. Audiences were getting older, you would only see grey hair in the audiences, and well, it was not a way to go to continue getting funding and being relevant in this world. So we thought there must be a better way, and let's bring people from all over Europe together to see what are the better ways, what can you do, and what can you do that's not just about marketing, about another YouTube channel, about a prettier ticket, about doing Romeo and Juliet, but what can you do to really change the way that theatre thinks about its audience. And would be Lars, the creative director. He found an amazing group of people, and we brainstormed and saw what we could do, and we wanted to combine actually creating exciting work together across borders with networking and with workshops and best practice exchanges. And I think that's worked very well. We started off with saying we need to co-create artistically, because we want this really to be about the core of theatre, not about the marketing of theatre, but about what we put on stage and what we believe in and what we are artistically. So a big part of Theatron is to work together artistically, to do tours, to do adaptation of work. So what one theatre does well, another theatre does on their own, in their own language, in their own context, but also proper co-productions, where theatres produce pieces together and then tour them. The second thing that we're doing are workshops and best practice exchanges. So there we're talking about everything from ticketing models, about how to engage your community, how to work with schools, what can you do to use social media. And we do that with all the different houses, but also with external experts, and we invite other houses to join us as well to contribute their ideas. The third thing is really the networking, that we want to create a really strong network of theatres, connecting the artistic directors so that they can share this vision and understand that there's other houses in Europe that do the same. Connecting the executive directors to see, yes, even if you manage a house, audiences are a big part. Creating the marketing directors, connecting the people who are involved in education. So it's really a multi-dimensional network of all the different people involved in creating and selling and engaging in theatre. Theatron is co-funded by the European Culture Programme. We're still funded under the Culture 2013 programme, and we were the first project really that started looking into audience engagement. So we were sort of a little bit ahead of the time, and the rest of so this is 50% of the funding, and the other 50% is coming from the theatres itself. That's quite a challenge, but that also shows the engagement and the commitment of the houses to this project. The program runs for 5 years, and we're now at the very end of the 5th year. So we've got a lot of insights and a lot of exciting things that we found out. But we're also trying to figure out what can we do next. And of course, well, luckily after 4 or 5 years, we actually now have new questions and new things that we want to do together.